Brought to you by CHM, a biblically based alternative to health insurance. Learn more at chministries.org/budget.
My wife and I were on baby step 2, and it kind of took us a little bit to get there, mostly because we've been pretty sick, both of us, for the past few years, and we're seeking some medical treatment to hopefully nip this in the bud, hopefully in a few short months. But the medical treatment that we're looking at that was recommended by our doctor is experimental, and it's not covered by insurance, and the treatment is going to be between $10,000 to $30,000. So we're kind of in a position where we...
Oh, no, Andrew. Are you there, Andrew? Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Andrew, we'll give you one more second. Oh, yep. That's a bad line, I think. We're
right.
going...
Is this better?
Oh, there you are.
Oh, you're back. Good.
Yes.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
My phone's a little weird. So I don't know if my wife and I should actually take out a loan or not. We really don't want to, especially since
Can I ask, Andrew, and
debt.
share as much as you feel comfortable, but what's going on health-wise?
We got pretty sick from the home that we were living in.
Oh.
And so
like mold?
It's been yeah, so it's just been a lot of stuff that's been going on where a lot of the treatments have been not either FDA approved or treatments that have been getting us better. We are better, but it's just been a really long process. So the last time we talked with our doctor, he said that we should try and do like a hyperbaric treatment, which seems great. You know, he's had really great success with it, but the only problem is that the payment has to be upfront. And so that's the only issue.
And insurance, this is obviously something more in a natural bent, I'm assuming, so insurance isn't going to cover it.
No, insurance won't cover it.
Tell me, just health-wise, are you able to work? Are you able to function? How are you guys? You said you're doing better. I'm just trying to get a gauge about how urgent this is for you guys.
Yeah, so we are better, and we are both working right now. We make about, I want to say, close to $70,000 or $80,000 right now a year.
Okay.
The only problem with this is that the longer we put it off, the worse it'll get.
Sure.
What's
your margin every month? What are you right now putting towards debt in baby step 2 that you could put potentially towards saving up for this or doing one at a time?
We're able to put close to $600 or so a month into debt.
And how much debt do you guys have?
Right now we have about, I want to say about $20,000 in student loan debt, and then about $50,000 in a business loan.
Okay. Man, this is so hard because I do feel like they're just from my own, not my own experience, but people within my close circles of friends and family, even that I know. When you get something, it's like autoimmune or mold or whatever, that it can end up feeling, Andrew, like there's always something else we have to, there's a long line of things that are continual. Mm-hmm. And so what I, always just think about and kind of caution is I would, number one, maybe get a second opinion. I'm sure you know your doctor well and trust them, but we're talking about $10,000 to $30,000, right? I mean, if it was $2,000, that's one thing. But I mean, you're talking, 5 figures going in with treatments. And so
is that a piece or all in?
That would be for us combined.
Okay.
And
is this ongoing or is it kind of a one-time?
Lord willing, it'd be just a one-time, 1 to 2 months worth of treatment. So it'd be, 20 sessions is about $10,000 on the high end. So we hope to be done in about a month. Okay.
So, what I would probably do, because again, I feel like this can sometimes feel like a never-ending cycle.
Mm-hmm.
I would, and because it's not and I know you guys are saying I don't want to downplay it, all the sickness, because I'm sure it's just miserable, but it's not a life or death. Okay, I have to save my child right now because, there's it's not this, it's not an urgency, but it is something for the betterment of your health you want. So what I would probably strive to do is whatever I could to get, because 10 to 30 is a big range. So I would get as close to that 10 and I would negotiate doctor's bill. I mean, I would do whatever I could to get it down to that 10. And you guys are, I would work to save $1,000 a month. I would be okay right now because it is a health issue, maybe to pause the debt snowball, stay current on your bills. But I would bump that $600 a month up to $1,000 and save for 10 months. And then starting October, November, Andrew, start this treatment. And then hopefully by this time next year, you're through it, you're done, and then press play on the baby steps.
And maybe one of you goes at a time to see if it's helpful.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
You know, I know you're two different bodies with two different sets of, but that might be a good way to say, listen, I did it did nothing for me, or I did it and it really, really helped. That might give you some confidence going into the next treatment
too.
It's just a thought. Like, I don't know what you're facing. I don't know if it's headaches or every time you eat, you know, whatever it is, if it's something that's truly debilitating. But if it's just, and again, I don't want to downplay it either, but if it's something that's more of an annoyance that you're learning to live through, that gives you, there's a little bit more timeline there to get this done.
For sure. And the sense too that, you don't want to prolong it too long because like what you're saying, they can come back and get worse unless you have this treatment. So getting to it, right? A level of urgency, but it's also not like we have to do this next month. The only option is a loan and we're done. Like if you can, and it's not debilitating because you guys are working and all of that, I would find something because I would cash flow it. And the other thing, Andrew, that's interesting is when you are working with cash, even when we're talking about, health situations, it does force you, this is why I like cash, forces you to look at other options, other decisions, like
sell something. Yeah.
There's just other parts of your brain of problem solving versus with debt. It's like, here's a chunk of money. This is all we're going to do. We don't really have to put the brain power to think through other things. It's just here. But when you're paying with cash and you're working and saving hard, like, I don't know, it forces other things to come to the surface of other options and choices.
That's also true.
But yeah, so again, I'm so sorry. That's
very
stuff
tough.
that is like, and that has been, I don't know if I've just had people and it's like, you go to the next thing and then it flares up again. I don't know, it just feels like it's like whack-a-mole a little bit sometimes with different things. So I do want you guys to get that treatment, but because it's not life or death right in this moment, I would calm down. I mean, I would pause a little bit and save up for it.
That's difficult. I remember when Sam and I were getting out of debt. This was before the days of Obamacare, and you had to have insurance or else you were penalized. We didn't have insurance. And one day he was pulling our luggage out of the back of the Jeep, and it got caught on his finger, and he broke his finger. Oh, no. And we didn't have insurance. And I was like, listen, head over to Walgreens, tape it up. Tape it up. It's crooked to this day. And he plays instruments. It wasn't good.
Take care of yourselves,
people. Take care of yourselves.
Get that insurance. This is The Ramsey Show. CHM isn't health insurance. It's a health cost-sharing ministry. Check it out for yourself at chministries.org/budget.